That's that. One ding.
Oh, your favorite.
Yeah.
Wow,
So I can't.
like you don't cut all the time.
I can't not cut ding. I can't like cut ding. It's not possible.
You are my friend. I don't hear you. 今でもまだ忘れてないんでしょ
Welcome to Gaming Universe.
Thank you so much.
What's going on?
Welcome back to Machina Engine. I'm back with Elias, and he's a brand new deck. What do you have today?
Okay, so we have another machine deck. So we have Infinitracks.
The harvester, the farmer guy.
So I play Infinitracks with trains, a little bit of trains, and the Machina Engine. So I think the bridge between all the three engines work like. The bridge is very, very strong.
When all is lost and there's nothing left, there's a man you need to see. Can you feel that? That's walking with me.
It works very, very well. You can get from like one part of the deck gets you to all the other ones, and like it doesn't matter which one you open with, you're gonna get to the other part of the deck.
Okay.
So I think it's very interesting, extremely underrated.
It is underrated. Play against you is crazy.
So before, like trains used to like invest like 2 cards from their hand to get like a big body or whatever, and then you try to OTK, and if you don't OTK, you wasted 2 resources,
Yes,
right?
I remember that time.
But now, like with some of the combos that I have, you really like you draw 2 cards and you get a train on the board. So it's like instead of losing cards, you gain cards and you can get the train.
Yes.
So normally people think it's a going second deck, but I play it going first, and if you happen to go second, all your cards are just as good going second as they are going first.
Okay.
So you have very high consistency. I'm gonna be like bullish enough to say that it's consistent as like invoked. You get like the invoked combo. This is like probably even more consistent.
Wow. Okay.
So it doesn't. It might look like it breaks, but I think you should give it a try and you'll see for yourself.
Try it out for yourself.
So the first starter is Harvester.
Yes.
He on normal summon he could search you an Infinitrack, and he has an effect that he could target any other machine, and him and that machine combine their levels and they both become that level. Okay. So he's just a starter. Then I play 3 Brutal Dozer. Yes. So this is the main one. So this is the one that you want to get to special summon another Infinitrack from your deck. So he's like your extender. Okay. And then 2 Trencher. He's basically Orcus Skeleton. You banish him from your graveyard. You special summon another one from your deck.
I like how
another one from your graveyard.
I like how you referenced Orcus.
Orcus, of course.
The chainsaw.
All the machines. And then for the 1-ofs, you play 1 Anchor Drill. He's theoretically you can cut him, but I like how he's a level 4 and you can target any level 5, and you could go into rank 9 plays. So you could do like 2-card VFDs. You could do other really cool plays that I'll get into later. Okay. And then 1 Tunneler. So he's the 1-of like he is basically a pot of avarice. Yeah. So you always go through them through your combo, and then after you use him, you could add him back into your deck and redo the same play. So
nice.
Through your combo, you get a lot of board presence. You get recursion, and then you also draw 2 cards. So with one single card, one single starter, you get access to all your Infinitracks. So you thin your deck, and then you get your access to a Tunneler, you banish him, and then you can draw 2 cards from your deck.
Oh, nice.
So these are all like level 5s, so like theoretically they can be bricky, but you play a lot of starters and really good spell cards that it makes it okay to draw these. Most of the time it is good to draw these cards because if your starter gets hit with a hand trap, you can just summon them. And they all have the same summoning condition clause, which is you tribute 1 Earth Machine, special summon from your hand.
Oh, nice. I like that.
Then I play some extenders. So this is where the trains come in. So I play 2 Bullet Train and 2 Heavy Freight Train Dare Crane.
The Polar Express.
Yeah, so you get a free special summon from your hand if you only control Earth Machines and you only play Earth Machines. You can send 2 cards that you control to the graveyard, so he could attack. It comes up. And he has a graveyard effect that during the end phase that he sent to the graveyard, you can add back any Earth Machine, any machine from your graveyard to your hand. Okay. This guy, if he's equipped, if you normal summon an Earth Machine, you can special summon him, and then if he's equipped and you detach him for an XYZ effect, you get to pop a card. So these are like your extenders, and these are like your power play cards. So if you open any starter anyway to an Earth Machine, you just special summon them from your deck, from your hand. And you also have ways to search them, which I'll get into later on. Okay. Now for the Machina Engine or Machina.
Not gonna.
I play 2 Metal Cruncher.
Crunch.
Yeah, on normal, you just reveal 3 Earth Machines, and then you add a random one to your hand. He's good because he's just another starter, so this guy does the same exact thing as Harvester, so he's just another starter.
I don't normal summon him.
If you control no cards, no face-up cards, you could just normal summon.
Oh, okay,
so
that
he's
makes
just
sense.
a starter.
That
Yeah,
makes
I'm
sense.
sorry, I didn't say that, of course.
Okay.
But yeah, so he's exactly like Harvester, because Harvester searches Dozer, so if you normal him, you can just reveal 3 Dozer.
Oh, okay, that's
And
nice.
if you already have Dozer, you could reveal other cards like Trains to extend your plays.
Okay.
So 2 of these guys. 1 Fortress.
Oh, it's OG.
Yeah, the OG. He is beyond insane. Like this card is extremely underrated, especially in this deck. So you could pitch him and any other like machine to special summon him. So he's a free extender. You could also search him, and it's not once per turn. So you could do it multiple times a turn. Also, you could crash with something, and he destroys a card if he's destroyed by battle. But I want to say the most important thing is that he's level 7.
Yes.
So level 7 and level 2, if you summon him and then special summon him, you can make level 9 plays. Like that's very, very relevant, and you'll see once I get to the extra deck.
Okay.
And then the last machine I play is 1 Citadel.
Oh, this guy's the boss guy.
Yeah,
right?
so this guy, he's like never-ending, like recursion. If an Earth machine is destroyed by battle or card effect, special summon him from the graveyard. That's like, you get an instant Raigeki during both players' turn, and he's an Earth, and he's a level 10. So like, you could use him for your train plays, like get him out of your deck very easily with the Infinitrack.
Yes.
We have the 2 like quote-unquote kind of bricks, but I think they're way too important. This guy on normal or special, you can target an Earth machine from your graveyard, special summon it, and then his other effect is that you can target any other Earth machine, and either this becomes the same level as that card, or that card becomes the same level as this card.
Okay.
He is like the extreme like power play and very easy to get to, and I'll get into it later. I think once you get access to this card, close to like impossible to lose the game. Like a lot has to go wrong for you to lose the game.
Okay.
And each of your box is part of the combo. If he's added from the graveyard or from the deck to the hand, you could add any Earth machine with 500 attack or 500 defense. So so this guy searches your him, or him from your deck.
So many targets.
Yeah, so you have a lot of targets. Also, if he's in grave, you could add him back with bullet. So once you add him back from the graveyard to your hand, he could search you another target during your opponent's
Oh, from graveyard too.
from a graveyard.
Oh, that's nice. I like this card.
So these are the 2 cards that I play that I think are mandatory in this deck. So now, and then you play 2 Ash. I would replace these with Imperm, but I don't have Imperm, but just 2 hand traps.
Just hand traps, whatever you want.
Yeah. You don't have to play them. Now for the broken part of the deck is 3 heavy forward. So this is another starter for the deck. You add any Infinitrack from your deck to your hand. So you can you could play starters, play enablers, like play extenders, like you could add anything that you're missing. And if you get hand trap, you could just add like whatever you were going to add in the first place. It has another effect that you can change the battle position of an XYZ monster you control, and another effect that you could attach it as a material to an XYZ.
Oh, the material too. Nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
but those 2 effects actually come up every single time you activate this card, and I'll get into it later.
Okay.
Then we have a redeployment. So this is another play starter. So this is another like 1.5 card way to get to your combo. So you pitch any card and you add 2 Machina monsters from your deck to your hand. So you could add, your Knuckler, as your starter, or you could add the Machina and the Fortress to get an extender and have the Citadel in graveyard, which is insane. So, and the other effect is that if you pitch another Machina card, you could add any 2 Machina cards. So you could add the Trap card, which I play. So this Trap card, you could target any Machina you control, and then destroy it and special summon a Machina from your deck that has a different name. So this is another way to get access to your Citadel, or a way to search your cards if you didn't open them.
Okay.
It has another effect which you can banish it from the graveyard, target 3 Earth machines from your graveyard or from your banished, put them back into the deck and draw a card. So this recycles your other guy that's Pot of Avarice, so you could do that again all over it.
Oh, it never ends.
Yeah. And now this is another super important card.
Oh, the kill card.
Yeah, if this card resolves, it's close to like impossible for you to lose. If it sticks on the board for 1 turn, it's like almost guaranteed game.
Okay.
It does way too much. Yeah, so this is not in English, but I'll tell you what it does. So you could pitch a card and any level 10 machine from your deck to your hand. So you could, even if you don't open up a train, this gets you to a train. And then the other effect, which is the broken effect, if you summon a level 10 Earth machine, you could special summon an Earth Machine from your deck that's level 4 and it has 1800 attack or defense. 1800 attack. Okay. So once you summon a level 10 machine, you have access to both of these from your deck, and it doesn't negate the effects. So during your opponent's turn, very easily you could summon a level 10 train from your graveyard with your main combo, and then you special summon a Railroad Stampede from your deck. So once you summon a level 10 train and you have this on the board, you summon him. So you summon a level 10 train, you summon him, he summons another level 10 train from your graveyard. So you get like a scapegoat of trains during your opponent's turn that also do something during your turn. So you get insane setup for your following turn. You already have like your following turn set up without even using any cards from your hand, just with the cards that you used from the previous turn. You could OTK during your turn with those cards. You could extend. You could like break apart your opponent's board. You could do anything you want. Also, like during your following turn, you could search another level 10 train. So it's like never ending if this The reason it is insanely good, but the reason why I only played 2 and the one terraforming is because it can potentially break. You are playing the trains, you're playing the level 5s, so you can like max out on this and max out on the trains. You're gonna end up bricking. So through your combo, you draw cards, right? You thin your deck, you draw cards, and you play 3 revolving switch cards. So a lot of times you will see it, and when you do, it's gonna be very, very good. So other than that, I play 3 droplets.
Oh, okay. That's a card.
Yeah, I think this is like very good right now in general, but I don't need to talk about it that much.
Of course.
And then like after like all that I said,
Yeah.
imagine like you took the 5 pieces of Exodia, just the 5 pieces of Exodia, and you put them all in one card. So
One
that
card?
yeah, so like you put them all in one card. So this would be like urgent schedule.
This
So
guy.
this card you never sight it out, even if you're going first. This card is a 1 card full combo, 1 card anything. It gives you access to both all 3 engines from the deck. It could get you to a level 10 train. It could get you Citadel out of the deck. Yeah, I would bait with all my other cards, and then the last card I would want to resolve is Urgent Schedule. Yeah, it's a +1 that gives you trains, that gives you Infinitracks that do something. So you get access to your Link 2, you get access to everything that you want from the deck. So this is like literally Exodia for the deck.
The special toolbox that you need.
Yeah, exactly. So then I play some traps, which I think are again very, very good, just for like my deck building strategy. Yeah, I love maining like at least 1 floodgate just to have alternate win conditions.
Yes.
And rivalry, your whole deck is Earth Machine, so you can play Gozen, you can play rivalry. For me, rivalry seems to be working the best. It's insane right now against the meta, going first or going second, and then the one overdrive. So now let's go to the extra deck. So now getting into the extra deck, I play 3 Goliath. You have to play 3 Goliath. It just requires 1 Infinitrack, and if it's sent to the graveyard, you can attach it as a material to an XYZ, and that XYZ cannot be destroyed by card effects. This has a lot of uses, and I'll get into it later.
Okay.
But you spam this guy like crazy, just so you can fuel up your graveyard, so you can use the Pot of Avarice effect to draw 2 cards.
Okay.
1 Ballista, this is what searches your ancient gear box. It's part of your combo, which searches you all those other cards that I showed. 1 Double-Headed Anger Knuckle. This card busted. This is Anger Knuckle. He's very angry. This guy's insane. Like he is so underrated. So a quick effect, I could send any monster from my field or hand to the graveyard and special summon any level 10 Earth Machine from my graveyard, and its effect is negated. Which, it doesn't matter because it's a quick effect, so during my opponent's turn, I get a free level 10 train. So, and also if he's in the graveyard, I could send any card from my field or hand to the graveyard to special summon him. So he just keeps recurring himself. And he's, you always end on him with your combo.
Okay.
2 River Stormer. This card is beyond insane. Again, 2 level 5s. You can detach a card, add or send to the graveyard any Earth Machine. So you have access to your whole deck just with this card. You have access to Citadel. You have access to any Infinitrack, to either to your hand or to the graveyard. He has another effect that if he's in the graveyard, I could send any Link monster that I control, and then special summon him. So if he's in the graveyard and I have a Goliath, I could tribute Goliath to summon River Stormer, and then trigger Goliath to attach him as a material.
Oh,
so
it's free!
Yeah, so after your first turn,
Yeah.
you have insane setup for your following turn. So if you survive 1 turn, your next turn, you have a lot of resources to play with.
Okay.
So that's that. 1 Ding.
Oh, your favorite!
Yeah.
Wow,
So I
it's like your own card all the
I
time!
can't not cut Ding. I can't cut Ding. It's not possible. So
So you can hard make this.
Yeah, so you hard make it. So you could, you know, with the box and the level 4 anchor drill, you can target the box. This is for your following turn, which you search all those cards. And then so you can summon anchor drill, summon box, make both of them level 8, and go into ding before you start your whole other play.
Yeah.
So you force, you could deal with a threat or like force a disruption, and then he still protects your whole board as you're doing your combo. One Gustav Max, just to burn. He's a level 10. You always go into him.
3,000 pieces too. Oh my
train
God.
card.
Yes.
2 Dora. These are the ones that you always go into. So he's a quick effect. You can detach one to target any monster that I control, and then it makes that card unaffected by card effects. So the whole play is that you have Derek Crane, and then you have it as a material. And then during your opponent's turn, quick effect, you detach, you target like him, let's say, he's in defense. So he's unaffected by card effects, he has 4,000 defense, and you pop a card. So like this card alone, like I'm pretty sure it guarantees you a following turn.
Yes.
Because it's a 4K booty that is unaffected by card effects.
It's so good already.
So,
and you get a pop, so much value.
and you get a pop, yes. So then I play Earth Slicer, so there's plenty of ways you can go into him.
That's so cool.
So again, if he's in the graveyard, you contribute a Link monster, special summon him. He has another effect that you could detach materials from him and then destroy the same amount of cards that you detached from the field.
Oh, that's nice.
So, you know, for your following turn, or if you're going second, you could like go straight into this and then bait cards, and then you still get him like once you get him in graveyard, just like the River Stormer.
Yeah.
Once you get them in their graveyard, they come back every single turn, and then Goliath will equip to him, so you get a pop every turn. There's plenty of ways.
That's your VFD.
Exactly, my VFD. So then we play VFD because.
Oh, you actually do? You play the regular guy, okay?
Yeah. So if you get hand trapped to death,
Yeah.
you could actually make this very easily with a variation of cards from the deck. So with drill, you can make it. You can make it with drill and any level 5. You can make it with a level 2 and the Machina. Yeah, there's just like this is if you get hand trapped to death, you can still end on calamities.
Okay, that's really good.
This guy is the guy that ranks up from these guys. So he ranks up from these guys, and then he gains attacks equal to the amount of materials he has, +1.
Okay.
And you could detach 2 cards for him to boost himself by 2,000. So if you go into Gustav actually and burn them for 2,000, and then you overlay this on top, and then activate its effect to detach 2, he has 6k. So that's 8k damage right there.
That's a lot.
So
Damn.
it's like it can come out of nowhere if your opponent like bricks or if you got rid of their disruptions.
Yes.
And then the last card is Zeus. So again, you could easily make this with this guy and any level 10 train or any way to get to a train. You could just like normal summon, let's say it gets negated. You know, you have this on the board, you activate effect, make these both level 12, overlay into Zeus, and then pass your turn. So at least you have something if you get negated.
Yep.
Side deck is up to personal preference.
Depends on your locals, you know?
Yeah, it depends on your locals or what event you're going to. But I think the deck has like a lot going for itself. I think it's definitely not like an easy deck because there's so many plays you can make. Like there's so many like with the tree, there's so many like
Branching
trees,
out?
so many branches that you
Yes.
can take the combo. Like depending on your hand, you have a 1-card combo, you have insane 2-card combos, you have like crazy 3-card combos, and it depends on like what deck you're playing against. It depends if it's game 2 or 3. If you have side deck cards in that you want to do the draw combo, draw cards, or do you want to end on like double Dora to protect yourself from like a weird deck. So it really like your combo varies on what you're playing against. But I think the consistency is there, like the power is there. It's like, and your opponent's not expecting to play against trains, and if they do, like, once you normal summon this, a lot of the times people think like you just ash it and then you lose because like you're playing rogue. Like rogue loses to like 1 disruption, and that's really where they get caught off guard.
Yeah, they do. They're like, oh, rogue deck.
Yeah,
Ash.
yeah, just negate the first thing that comes out, and you think that would be good, but. Yeah, you could easily play through disruptions, and I love how it has a very solid going first combo, and then going second you have a lot of OTK potential.
You do.
Yeah, so that's pretty much it, and I'll show you some combos too.
Oh, nice. Can't wait for that. And you guys want to see the POV view? See, it's somewhere here. I don't know. Put one here and a description below. As always, thank you, Elias.
See you.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, you. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. And for the best Yu-Gi-Oh products and tournaments in New York City, come to Gaming Universe.
Yeah!
No English.